Good day everyone, we are Group 5. We will discuss the communication aids and strategies using tools of technology. Before we start this presentation, I want you all to know who are the members of our group and the topic that are assigned to us. The first topic that will be discussed is communication aids and strategies. This topic is assigned to me. I am Naya Nicole Padilla. And then the second one is using traditional visual and audiovisual presented by Kennedy O'Donnell and Shane Mondala. The third topic is using tools of technology by Christian Aboga and Robin Lasa. And then the last one, the fourth topic, which is preparing multimedia presentation, will be discussed by Beatriz Ulueta and James Agapito. So let's begin. What is communication aid? A communication aid helps an individual to communicate more effectively with people around them. Communication aids are also referred to as AAC devices. AAC refers to augmentative and alternative communication, which is defined as a huge range of techniques which support or replace spoken communication. This includes gesture, signing, symbols, word boards, communication boards, and books, as well as voice output communication aid or VOCAs. Meaning, yung communication aid daw, tinutulungan niya na makapag-share yung tao ng ideas or makapag-gain din ng knowledge. There are two main types of AAC system. Unaided communication and aided communication. Unaided communication does not use additional equipment. Body language, gesture, vocalization, signing are typically used. It means that unaided communication does not require special outside tools or any supplemental materials because it is based on natural communication such as facial expressions, gestures, body language, informal vocalization. It even implies sign languages. Yung unaided, ang example niya is yung, yung mga taong nagsa-sign language. Bingi man sila or pipe or kahit yung hindi kahit walang kapansanan, yung iba diba marunong mag-sign language. Ayun yung example ng unaided communication. Next is aided communication. Aided communication uses equipment, but this range from low-tech to high-tech methods, with pictures and symbols often used instead of or together with words and with alternative hardware options available to provide access. Yung aided communication daw can be simple or complex. It might be as simple as writing with a pencil or it might be as complicated as an eye gaze activated computer. Both the speaker and the listener need to understand the communication aid. All partners need to understand the system used to communicate. A low-tech method of communication like a simple laminated communication book to carry around with a few pages of pictures or symbols would be a communication aid. The term device would only describe a more high-tech solution. An electronic communication aid can be a dedicated device built for that job, which does nothing else, or it can be a standard computer running specialist communication aid software as well. This includes Apple tablets, which are increasingly being used to help people communicate. Yung example naman dito sa aided communication is, halimbawa, yung bata, siguro mga 2 to 3 years old, mga ganun, aabutan ka niya ng baso. Ang ibig sabihin, di ba ang ibig niyang sabihin, pwedeng nauuhaw siya. So, bibigyan mo siya ng tubig. So, ayun yung example ng aided communication. Using an actual object to convey meaning. Next is communication strategies. But first, what is communication? Ano nga ba yung communication? Communication is the exchange of information between a sender and a receiver. It used to be that you only had to worry about the way you communicated face-to-face or on paper. But technology has changed this completely. It is important for people to take into account every aspect of how they are relaying information or relaying information. Yung example netong communication is, eto, ako and yung nanonood. Ako yung sender, tas yung nanonood yung receiver. Meaning, ako yung nag-share ng knowledge. And then yung receiver, siya yung nag-receive ng knowledge na sinishare ko. This is where communication strategies come into play. So, what is communication strategies? Communication strategies are the blueprints of how this information will exchange. Merong 3 types yung communication strategies, which is verbal communication, non-verbal communication, and visual communication. First, verbal communication. Verbal communication can be broken down into the 2 categories of written and oral communication. Written strategies of avenues such as email, text, and chat. Examples that fall into the oral category are phone calls, video chats, and face-to-face conversation. In the literal sense, verbal communication is oral communication with words that you or others speak out loud. You're using your verbal communication skills every time you speak out loud to a coworker, whether in a person or on Zoom. Sa madaling salita, ang verbal communication is, ito yung lagi nating ginagamit. And ako ngayon, ang ginagamit ko is verbal communication. Nagsasalita ako and sinishare ko yung information through speaking or oral. Next is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication strategies consist of mostly visual cues such as body language, facial expressions, physical distance between communicators, or the tone of your voice. These cues are typically non-intended. However, it is important to realize the message you are sending. Otherwise, you may be saying the one thing, yet the receiver is hearing another. Non-verbal communication refers to the ways in which beings convey information about their emotions, needs, intentions, attitudes, and thoughts without the use of verbal language. Non-verbal communication is the transfer of information through body language, facial expression, gestures, created space, and more. Meron din po akong example dito. Smiling when you meet someone conveys friendliness. Diba kapag may nakasalubong kang kilala mo, ngitian mo siya, which is it means friendliness, or you two are in good terms. And then kapag yung kakilala mong yun, tapos nakasalubong niyo yung isa't isa, tapos inisnab mo lang. Siyempre yung isa doon, iisipin niya na, ay galit ba to? Yung mga galit. Nonverbal is dependent on expressions and physical movements as opposed to verbal communication, or the use of language to transfer information through written text, speaking, or sign language. And then next is visual communication. Visual communication can be seen through signs, web page, and illustrations. These strategies are used in the workplace to draw attention and provide documentation. Human resources is required to post certain visual throughout the workplace to comply with the safety laws. Visual communication is the practice of graphically representing information to efficiently, effectively create meaning. There are many types of content in the realm of visual communication, with examples including infographics, interactive content, motion graphics, and more. The possibilities are endless, but no matter the medium, all incorporate at least some of the following elements: interactivity, iconography, illustration, supporting text, graphs, data, visualization, and animation. Um, ang example nito is sa social media. Kapag nagpo-post ka sa social media, uh, kapag nag-share ka din ng information, or kapag kumukuha ka din ng ideas, ayun yung example ng visual communication. Pwede ring office presentations and meetings, and marami pa. That's why today, the definition of content marketing success includes visual communication. Uh, Meaning, yung uh, sa business, kapag yung mga marketing nila, kadalasan nagsasucess is gumagamit sila ng visual communication. Katulad ng sabi ko kanina, kadalasan sa mga business ngayon ay gumagamit na rin ng social media to promote their businesses. So, yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Sir Kerm Tony. I am Kennedy O'Donnell, presenting Choosing Traditional Visual and Audio Media. Overhead transfers. Overhead transfers are clear acetate pages displayed by an overhead projector during a speech. Overhead transfer is designed to allow the speaker to project an image while facing the audience. The purpose of this device to support the points you want to make in speech, show information, patterns, present figures or graphs, summarize key points, help the audience follow passages or quotation you read. To use projector, press the power button to turn on lamp and direct image to screen. Place transparency on glass plate and adjust focus using the knob on the lens column. The overhead projector contains two lamps. If the primary lamp is out, switch to the alternate and continue using the projector. Before using lamps, turn off the power to the projector. Locate the flip up door on the front of the projector. To switch to the alternate lamp, lift up on the flip up door and turn the left knob to the other lamp indicated, either 1 or 2. Close the door and turn the power back on. The alternate lamp should now be functioning. Next, flip chart. A large pad paper that rests on an easel allowing the speaker to record. Flip charts are very useful to help evaluator work in the field with rural people. The advantages of using flip charts are required no electricity. Flip charts are relatively cost effective, flexible, and versatile. You can keep the presentation as a resource. Color and markings can easily be made to emphasize important points. Flip charts allow for spontaneity. The advantages of flip chart. They can be formal, they require good handwriting, they are not good for large group meetings. Next. Ah, wait, back. Yeah. Using flip charts effectively for presentation. Map out what each page is going to be used for. Make sure the flip chart is positioned correctly for the audience. Use big letters, dot points, and pointed statements. Use colors to emphasize and appeal to visual learners. Draw and create diagrams as for audience input. Next, ch- whiteboard, chalkboard. These materials can also help you achieve the same outcome. As a high-tech society as we are, we still use chalkboards in many in-class training and presentation situations. How to use chalkboard. Keep the chalkboard clean, erase all irrelevant material, keep chalk eraser cleaning clothes, rulers, and other aids readily available to avoid interruption of the presentation. Organize and practice chalkboard presentation in advance. Write or draw large enough for everyone in the groups to see. Do not overcrowd the chalkboard. Leave a margin around and material and sufficient space between lines of copy. Present materials simply and briefly. If necessary, use the ruler, compass, or other devices in making drawings. Use color chalk for emphasis. Underline statement for emphasis. Excuse me. Use a pointer when discussing chalkboard materials. Stand to the side of the materials being presented so that the entire class will have an obstructed view. Next, document camera. Mm. Document camera is a projector device. How to use document camera. Press the dock-cam button on the touchscreen control panel to turn on the projector and set it to display and the document camera. In a room without a touchscreen, use the remote to turn on the projector and press the dock-cam button on the manual box inside the cabinet. Press the power button on the document camera to turn it on. Place the object you wish to display directly below the document camera lens. Thank you. That's all.
Hi everyone, my name is Shane Mondala and I am going to continue to present using traditional visual and audio media. Video showing a video clip can elicit an emotional response from the audience. If you elicit a response or a reaction, you do or say something which makes other people respond or react. What what are the benefits of using video? Unlike reading text and listening activities, video provides strong visual cues. This helps learners understand what's happening. even when the language is hard to follow. In some cases, you can even play videos without sound at first and have students guess what's happening. Next, handouts are sheets of paper containing relevant information that some speakers use in conjunction with other presentation media. A handout is any type of document that a speaker hands out to participants during a lecture presentation, conference, or meeting. It allows your audience to get a clear overview of the main points or to sum up what they have heard afterwards. Next, models. A copy of an object usually built to scale that represents the object in detail and useful for describing and explaining scientific topics. What is the benefit of using a model? Models use familiar objects to represent unfamiliar things. Models can help you visualize or picture in your mind something that is difficult to see or understand. Models can help scientists communicate their ideas, understand process, and make predictions. Students can create novel models to demonstrate content understanding as well as modeling skills. By having students create models for formative or summative evaluation, we allow students to express their thought through different models, thus making the classroom more inclusive. Next, sound recordings. Sound, like visual images, can stimulate mental images. Mental images triggering the imagination and setting mood. What is audio recording? Audio recording, where students record their own voices responding to prompts and assignment, offer another space for students to talk their way into learning, remembering, and clarifying. Recording sound is one of the main activities in music production. It's the method used to capture musicians' performance so they can be arranged into compositions and refined into commercial recordings. That's all. Thank you.
Hello, good day. I am Robin Olasak. Will report using computer technology. First, we have digital slides, a presentation software commonly using PowerPoint. It allows computer user to display information and their presentation by using different applications that can be made into a digital slideshow. It is usually used in a presentation to better explain their idea or their topic. For example, teachers use it so that their students can be better understand what they are teaching, and that way they can also read it. It also used by those who present an idea to a company so that he can persuade the heads of the company to use his idea so that he can be promoted. Next is real-time web access. It is used to research an idea, checking the current status of any topic, or displaying articles found on websites that support your purpose or your agreement. It is used to get ideas and news that you want to know. For example, it is used by students to their assignment, especially when doing research. And if you have something to know about an issue or news, because maybe you're just curious o isa ka lang dakilang marites, you can use it.
Transparency is a thin sheet of transparent, flexible material, typically cellulosic, onto which figures can be drawn. then place it on an overhead projector for an audience viewing. Despite being mainly replaced by video projectors and interactive whiteboards, many businesses and small groups still use a system of projectors and transparencies during meetings and other gatherings of people. Video is an electronic medium for the recording, copying, playback, broadcasting, and display of moving visual media. Example na lang po dito yung pagbabalita nila, they nag nagbibigay sila ng visuals through the cameras and stuffs na pwedeng mapakita yung mga kailangan na maipakita sa TV. Then, video technology in general offers a great way to deliver a picture. Otherwise, we would presumably choose a different technology for our visual displays. Video is very helpful, just like what we do. We record the video so that we can provide more, or people can replay the discussions about what we are reporting. A report discussion will a video report discussion will be a great way of help to students so that they can watch and replay it anytime, anywhere. Sound recording and reproduction is an electrical, mechanical, electronic, or digital inscription. Audio recordings or sound recording of someone singing or playing an instrument are typical instances of sound recordings. Someone giving a speech or reading from a book, a group of people responsible of a podcast or radio drama. It engage viewers sound is crucial for information delivery, production value, evoking emotional responses, emphasizing what on screen and mood indication. There are two methods through which we can record sounds and then play them back later. One approach is to use other energy sources such as electricity and magnetism to convert and store sound. The second method, digital, entails transforming and storing sound as numerical data. Custom navigation between slides to other media to the internet. Using hyperlinks, pwedeng maglagay ng clickable links sa presentation para makapag-navigate from one web page to another. Pwede kang maglagay din ng mga email address or web page address. And it will make it easy to navigate between sites. Can be made into hard copy, printouts, and transparencies. Example na lang po dito yung mga slide na ginagawa ng mga teacher, yung lesson tulad nung ginagawa ng mga kaklase ko na pinapaprint na lang nila yung nandun sa mga slide para mas mabilis nila ma-access or hindi na nila kailangang magsulat pa. Yun na rin yung nagsisilbing reviewer nila. Can be uploaded to web. Meron yung site ng mga iba't ibang company or let's say mga school na rin yung mga presentation na nagagawa nila. Na-upload na lang nila sa mga site or blog nila para mas maraming maka-view ng presentation. One way to attract customers or ma-engage sa possible customers.
Good morning. I am reporter Zulweta, and the topic that I will be surrounding today is multimedia presentations. Now, in order to understand what multimedia presentation is, I would like to introduce the definition of multimedia. So, according to the text here in our presentation, multimedia is a content that uses a combination of different forms. So, from the word multi, it means that it is many or a lot. And media is usually in a form of a digital text or audios and graphics and the like. So multimedia is a compilation of text, audios, graphics, photographs, and the like. So what is multimedia presentation? Since a presentation is a standalone um, that delivers information using media, so multimedia presentation can be a standalone presentation that contains the different forms of media, including the text, the audios, graphics. Next slide, please. So the characteristics of multimedia presentation. As what I have said, multimedia presentation is a presentation that contains the different forms of media. Hence multimedia presentation is visually oriented. It contains photographs that and text uh, that attracts our eyes. So audiences are attracted to your presentation and keeps them focused because of the different forms of media that you input in your presentation. Visually oriented refers to being stimulated and learning best by seeing. So that is what I mean by visually oriented. Now, there are different modalities that we use in creating multimedia presentations. So I would not further explain each of them because they are what do you call this? They are self-explanatory, as most of us know what text, audio, animation, video means. But one thing that I was confused about when I was doing the report was the difference between graphics and photographs. At first, you would think that why is there graphics and photographs if photos can be included in graphics? Well, no, you are wrong because graphics and photographs are two different things. First of all, is that graphics is a product of art. It can be a drawing, image, or AI generated images. It is not captured by a digital camera, and it is from the imagination or a creation of a human being or from our imaginations. While photographs are moments or actual sceneries that is captured and not edited by humans. So the difference between graphics and photograph is that graphics is human created and photographs are captured. So that is to that so that's only for from my part of the presentation. Thank you.
Hello, my name is James. I'm continuing the multimedia, preparing multimedia presentations. So here are the 8 steps in making effective multimedia presentations. So
Jane.
here are the 8 steps in making effective multimedia presentation. First, we have know your purpose of presentation and the target audience. Gather information, use variety of sources on textbooks, digital sources, and articles. Do not forget to cite sources, organize ideas and information. Check for technical issues like font size, color, light, anything that may distracting or may cause the audience to lose interest. And for the last, be creative to attract more attention. And that's all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kennedy O'Donnell, and this is my partner Shane Mundala. I hope you will have a nice morning and yummy breakfast. Before anything else, let's have a prayer for today, and later on, I will discuss the mechanics of our game. So, Lord God, thank you po sa araw na to, sa magandang umaga, sa masarap na almusal. Maraming salamat po sa araw-araw na binibigay niyong blessings. Thank you din sa mga nag-volunteer ngayong araw. So, and thank you. Amen. So, ang mechanics ng game na to, ah, ay wait lang. Wait lang. Nakapaglaro na ba kayo ng ng word puzzle? So, karamihan naman natin alam na. Hello?
Yes,
Ano?
sir. Opo, opo.
Oo,
Na,
pero di
nakapaglaro
masyado.
na kayo. Ang mechanics na to, study the scrambled letters and try to unscramble to or rearrange the letters to form a word. Number two, we will begin some picture. We will given some pictures and try to guess the word. Number three, we will be given 1 to 2 minutes depending on its level. So, mayroon tayong tinatawag na dito. Easy round, average round, hard round. Yung sa easy round, alam mo naman yun, napakadali lang nun. Easy round eh. Ang pinaka nakaka-excite dito yung average tsaka yung hard round. So, I hope na mag-enjoy kayo sa game na to. And game sa to hindi to labanan ng by group Lahat na to. What I mean lahat kayo pwede kayo mag-raise ng hand. Kung sino makakauna na mag-raise ng hand, siya yung unang tapos nakuha niya yung tamang sagot. May points na siya. Ang scoring system natin sa easy round 2, sa sa average round 3, sa ano ba yun? Sa hard round 5 points. Okay, gets nyo?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go. Are you ready? Easy round tayo. Okay guys. Uy, bilis. Sino na una, Shane? Shane.
Si Coloma. Si Coloma nasa
Coloma.
taas eh.
Tama.
Video.
Tama. Okay, next tayo. Pababa na lang po ng hand. Alam.
Nacy.
Sino?
Ito, Nacy.
Si Nace.
Models.
Wait lang. Pababa na lang po hand pag Okay, tama. Pababa na lang po ng hand pag okay na. Pag may sumasagot na. Average round na, guys. Coloma tol.
1,000.
Ha?
1,000.
Mali.
Tama ba?
Mali.
1,000 daw.
Mali par.
Ha?
Mali.
Mali. Sino pa? One to 2 minutes lang yan, guys, ha. Sagot lang kayo ng sagot. O lang. Oh, si Alex.
Houston.
Ha?
Mali.
Ano?
Si Kyle.
Kyle?
Sige Kyle, try mo Kyle.
Hands out.
Tama.
O, tama.
Galing
Okay,
mo ah.
okay. Magaling.
Next.
Dali lang yan, guys. Pababa na lang, hands. Kyle. Wala na yan muna si Kyle. Si Kyle ulit.
Sige Kyle.
Sige.
Ay, naka. Flip chart.
Panis.
Anis kay Kyle, ang galing ah.
Magaling, magaling.
Next, hard round.
Bababa na ng hands. Bababa na ng hands. Thank you.
Hard round na to ah.
Hard round na to.
Sino yun?
Dali lang yan, guys. Si
Sige,
JR.
JR.
Nawala sa ano isip ko. Wait lang.
Ting, 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 ting. Yeah, yeah. Baby, baby, you're my sun and moon. Kyle ulit.
Kota ka na.
Dito sa first sound, tapos
Mm.
I look at sa picture, I think there is sound recording.
Tama, ang galing mo ah. Kota na, Lods.
Wato, binigyan ka ba ng sagot ni Shane?
O hindi ah.
Yan ha.
Uy, walang ganun.
Okay, round 6 na, guys.
Madali lang yan.
Dali lang yan. Hindi naman ka namin pinahirapan eh. Oh, si Kyle ulit. Ting, 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 ting. Eh, paano ko hindi ikaw si Coloma.
Document camera.
Si tama, tama, tama. 5 points. Okay.
Galing niya.
Gagaling nyo. So, out tayo. Thank you everyone for this wonderful preparation. And I hope you will have a nice day. Thank you. And okay na.
Thank you.
May
Thank
sasabihin
you.
natin.
Diba?
Wala na.
May sasabihin
Saglit
natin
lang.
siya.
Wait lang.
Hindi
Sino
man
yung
lang ako nakascore.